Hello, I'm Kate Rosati. I'm the infant feeding lead here at the Royal Surrey, and this video is about mastitis. So mastitis is when the breast is showing signs of inflammation. So you can have a red area on the breast, a painful area. You might feel into the breast and there's a lump. Or you might be feeling unwell. So often you can have quite high temperatures and feel quite fluey. So often the first sign of mastitis is that redness and or pain. So that might be the first sign. However, quite common to wake up feeling a bit yuck, and then when you feel your breast, you go, oh, that's a bit sore. And then sort of get a sense that you've got mastitis coming. So the recommendation is that you manage mastitis with using ice. So this is an inflammatory response. Your body is having an inflammatory response to either that there's milk that has been sitting in the breast for a while and hasn't cleared, either from a blocked duct or because you've got quite a high supply, or baby's not being able to transfer the milk, or because you've had cracked nipples and the natural bacteria and that lives on the skin very happily has travelled in through into the breast tissue through the cracked nipple. So they're the most common causes of mastitis in the early days. You want to think about why did you get mastitis, and you also want to the management of mastitis. So it's inflammatory response. So the first thing to do is use something cold. It's recommended that you use ice. Have ice wrapped in a cloth so that it will protect your skin. In the hospital we use a clean nappy that has got water in it that we put in the freezer because it's just the right shape for the breast. But so obviously if you're using something that's really cold, you must make sure you don't get freezer burn on the skin. But they say to use that really regularly and try and cool the breast down. Take an anti-inflammatory painkiller and then do normal feeding for you. So normal feeding or normal expressing. So it used to be said that you must drain the breast, don't let the breast get full, keep moving the milk. And yes, you want to keep the milk moving, but you don't want to overstimulate your milk. So it's just normal for you. Now be mindful that if you have mastitis, the milk will taste quite salty. Some babies won't feed if you have mastitis. So then you will need to do a little bit of expressing if you can get the milk to move. If you've got quite nasty mastitis, then the breast goes into a protection mode and you can't get any milk off. If that's the case, then we talk about doing lymphatic drainage massage. So the lymphatic drainage is where you do your spokes of the bike. So you do, you're helping the edema move to the lymph. So you're doing this gentle massage, nothing rough, because remember again, it's inflammation, your breast is swollen, and those the milk ducts are already being restricted or constricted. So you want to just do very gentle massage so it doesn't cause any trauma. And then you're massaging little circles around under the arm. So the lymph is under the arm, you're helping that drainage down. So it's about moving the edema to under the arm and then down. So you do that regularly as well. And when I say regularly, you might want to do that every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, whenever you're feeding your baby as well. But again, you need to think about if you're not able to express any milk and baby's not attaching, then you need to think about how you're going to manage that for your baby, because your baby will need to feed. But also about looking after yourself. Be kind to yourselves. You need to rest because your body is fighting infection. And this management plan you do for 12 hours. If at any time you start feeling really poorly, then obviously you need to seek medical guidance before then. But self-help for 12 hours, and if things haven't improved, or if you're starting to feel a bit worse, then contact your GP, see if it's appropriate for you to be prescribed antibiotics. If you're really feeling ghastly, and obviously then phone 111 or go to A&E. But be aware that when you have mastitis, you can have a high temperature and you can feel really quite unwell.